During an appearance this past week on the Mark Simone show, anti-immigrant conservative pundit Ann Coulter launched into a racist tirade against newly announced presidential candidate Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, of course, as a story she's told plenty of times, is the daughter of immigrants from India. So, Ann Coulter, being completely anti-immigrant, decided to launch this racist tirade. Here is what she said. Why don't you go back to your own country? Her candidacy did remind me that I need to immigrate to India so I can demand they start taking down parts of their history. What's with the worshipping of the cows? They're all starving over there. Did you know they have a rat temple where they worship rats? She then called Haley a bimbo, called her a preposterous creature, you know, the subhuman language. You're not even a person, you're a creature. And then she said, this is my country, lady. I'm not an American Indian, and I don't like them taking down all the monuments. Because when Nikki Haley was governor of South Carolina, of course, Confederate monuments were removed, although Nikki Haley was not supportive of that, by the way. But they were still removed after massive public demands. So, you know, the Confederacy doesn't need their little participation trophies. But this tirade, these attacks, including the ones like, you know, you're a bimbo. Yeah, I mean, even though it's coming from Ann Coulter, it's still, you know, pretty misogynistic there. This is racism. This is blatant, overt, anti-immigrant racism from Ann Coulter, and it is completely unacceptable. If you've got an issue with Nikki Haley, you don't like her policies, I sure as hell don't, go after that. You want to attack her for announcing her presidency or campaign for president at 6:40 a.m. on Valentine's Day? Attack her for that, because that was very stupid. You want to attack her for aligning with the right-wing idiot John Hagee? Do that. You want to call her out over her hypocrisy from her announcement video where she says racism doesn't exist after starting off by talking about how racist the town she grew up in was? Call her out for that. Being an immigrant, actually the daughter of immigrants, is not something that she should be attacked for. That's not a problem. And this clip, go back to your country. Nikki Haley's American. She was born in this country just like you, Ann. She's as American as you are. And you still are out there pushing this crap. You know, and it's worth noting that Ann Coulter has not been a huge fan of Donald Trump because she's actually mad that he didn't go far enough and was not cruel enough to immigrants coming into the United States. And Donald Trump was pretty damn cruel, but Ann Coulter wanted to see even more of it. She wanted those people to suffer more than you could even imagine. And that's why, of course, she had beef with Donald Trump during his presidency. These attacks are disgusting. These are very disturbing. And conservatives need to understand this is who your party is. I know Ann Coulter doesn't have the pull. She doesn't have the audience that she used to have. You know, back when I first got into this business, she's kind of fallen out of the spotlight. But there is no reason for any of these conservative shows to have her on unless, of course, you agree with what she has to say. I don't care if you push back or not. You're platforming racism against your own party. And the entire country is paying attention to that, realizing exactly who the Republicans are. And Ann Coulter is leading the way to make sure everybody knows that the Republican Party is just as ugly and disgusting as she is. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.